All right, welcome back to TV5 News at 9, everyone. It is time now for Education Matters. We are here with Dr. Craig Douglas calling in. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you today, Dr. Douglas?
I'm well, Blake. How are you?
I'm doing great. Glad it's the start of a new week. So today we're talking about scholarships, of course, a necessity to many students wanting to pursue higher education. It's a great topic, Dr. Douglas. That helped me through my own college experience. So one way to earn scholarships is through essays. When students are gearing up to write those, what do they need to consider?
Yes, Blake, you know, with all the talk about loan forgiveness, it bears upon the idea that scholarships are even more important today to try and contain costs. The costs of tuition and books for scholarships really help plug in that way. And a key for scholarship applications, in my opinion, are the quality of the essay responses. Sometimes students take those for granted and they complete them just to get them done. That would be a misstep, in my opinion. I think the essays that are best reviewed are those that are accurate, that they're clear, error-free, and authentic. So what do I mean? Well, it's probably the result of several drafts and several attempts at the completion of the essay, and it probably involves multiple proofreadings, perhaps by parents, teachers, other adults, to help provide input to make sure there are no punctuation errors, there are no errors in syntax. The essays need to wow the reviewers and need to stand out, if you will, from the stack of other applicants that the student is competing against.
Now, that's very important, and I remember going through those. Not something that you want to bypass for sure. Another way students can receive scholarships is noting their involvement with the community. So what are some examples, Dr. Douglas, of activities that students can list, and how do they really share that information?
Yes, involvement, the way of showing commitment to community and to others, a way of service, and a couple ways to document that I have seen, Blake. One is to quantify the service hours that are put in. Many times students will log these over the course of their career or over the course of their junior or senior year. These volunteer hours can accumulate and be significant. I've seen applications that are in excess of 100, 200 or more hours of community service. They also cite how they serve these hours. A typical function would be for a high school student to provide tutoring service for younger students, for example, or maybe service at cleanup day activities in the community, or serving the church that they belong to or affiliated with in some way, or a soup kitchen, or a food drive. I mean, the list of possibilities really is limitless. And I think that's a great way to reflect the commitment that the student applicant has to the community. Another way to show involvement is to document affiliations with clubs, sport teams, and other organizations, and especially if there's a leadership role involved. Let's say hypothetically that the applicant is the president of their class. That's important to document that. Or if they've served as a captain on a sport team, or maybe they've chaired an effort within their school. The opportunities are pretty wide open. They need to be spelled out in the application with clarity so the reviewers see that and are, again, wowed and impressed. I know it's only September, but I think these are good things to ponder about and to plan, especially as students enter their senior year and about to enter scholarship application season.
Absolutely. Dr. Douglas, would you say that these kind of make or break, whether you have it or not, your chance at getting a scholarship?
Absolutely. And one can never know exactly what reviewers are looking for and what the competition looks like that they're up against. So I always advise students, go for it. Don't just assume you have no chance, because one never knows.
Very good. And so obviously starting to look for those scholarships can be a challenge in itself. So how do you suggest students start their search?
Well, The best resource is right on campus, their counselor. Stop into counseling office and see what they have as far as information. Also, local community foundations are excellent resources, and typically they have online applications for multiple scholarships. And so one application by the student will be funneled to many scholarships of which they qualify for. These are great local resources. Finally, Blake, I would mention the colleges that the student is considering to apply to. Many colleges and universities have scholarships that are pointed towards student applicants to their universities or colleges. And students, again, you never know what you qualify for until you inquire. So just put the feelers out and see what's out there, and then go for it. Go for it with quality and with fidelity.
Absolutely, and lots of confidence. Dr. Douglas, anything else you want to add?
Just that I know it may be counterintuitive. September, we're thinking about scholarships. My response would be yes, this is a great time to think about it. Why wait till the last minute?
Right.
I know the Saginaw Community Foundation, for example, opens up applications November 1st. Well, that's just 6 weeks away.
Yeah.
So why not prepare and jump ahead of the game?
Absolutely. Dr. Douglas, thank you again for all your information and tips. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Blake. Be well.
You as well. And for those at home, if you want more information about today's topic, just check out the lifestyle page that's on our website, WNEM.com.